Good morning, students. Last class I told problems on direction ratios and direction cosines. That is, I told the problems on 11.1 exercise. Before that, I told all types of formulas on direction ratios and direction cosines. And today, two more questions are there in 11.1 exercise. That is, third question is, show that the points 2, 3, 4. Show that the points 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, 1, minus 1, minus 2, 1, and 5, 8, 7. 5, 8, 7 are said to be collinear Solution for this question is, already I told one standard condition to show given 3 points as collinear. That is, first question is, first point you considered capital A, 2, 3, 4, that is x1, y1, z1, and B base minus 1, minus 2, 1, that is x2, y2, z2. Next one is C, 5, 8, 7. Just to consider them as x3, y3, z3. Based on all these 3 points, I gave one condition to show all these 3 are collinear points. That is, condition for collinear points is x2 minus x1 whole dividing by x3 minus x2 is equal to y2 minus y1 whole dividing by y3 minus y2 is equal to z2 minus z1 whole dividing by z3 minus z2. Just to substitute all the values here in this formula. x2 value is minus 1, minus x1 is 2 whole dividing by x3 minus x2, 5 minus half minus plus 1 is equal to y2 minus y1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 2 minus 3 whole dividing by y3 minus y2. 8 minus half minus 2 means 8 plus 2 here is equal to z2 minus z1 1 minus 4 whole dividing by z3 minus z2 7 minus 1. Yes. Now values will come here. See here, I'll write all the 3 values here. Minus 1 minus 2 means here minus 3 whole dividing by 6 is equal to minus 5 whole dividing by 10 is equal to minus 3 whole dividing by 6. On gets cancellations, 3 1 ja, 3 2 ja, and 5 1 ja, 5 2 ja, 3 1 ja, 3 2 ja. That is minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 2. In all cases, the ratio is same. When the ratio is same means we are telling all 3 points are collinear. Collinear means all 3 points lying on the same line like this. Diagrammatically I am showing here A, B and C here like this. All the 3 points are lying on the same line. Because I told this condition under the notes. I told last class when I told that direction ratios and direction cosines. After completion of that I gave some standard conditions under the note of direction ratios and direction cosines. That is the condition for all the 3 points said to be collinear is given by x2 minus x1 whole dividing by x3 minus x2 is equal to y2 minus y1 whole dividing by y3 minus y2 is equal to z2 minus z1 by z3 minus z2. Any 3 points must be satisfy this condition, then we are telling those 3 points are said to be collinear. Let us now second question. Next question is last question in the exercise 11.1 exercise. Find the direction cosines. Find the direction cosines of the triangle. In this question of the triangle means they will give 3 vertices. With the help of those 3 vertices of triangle, we have to find out direction cosines of all the 3 sides here. That is let A is equal to 3 comma 5 comma minus 4. A is equal to 3 comma 5 comma minus 4. B is minus 1 comma 1 comma 2 minus 1 comma 1 comma 2. C is minus 5 comma minus 5 comma minus 2 minus 5 comma minus 5 comma minus 2. They gave all the 3 vertices. Then find the direction cosines of sides of triangle ABC. Then find the direction cosines of sides of triangle ABC. Here, that is triangle ABC here. Solution for this question is separately or individually we have to find out direction cosines of all the 3 sides of triangle ABC here. See here, triangle ABC, this is A, B and here C. A is 3 comma 5 comma minus 4. B is minus 1 comma 1 comma 2. C is 3 comma 5 comma minus 3 comma minus 5 comma minus 5 comma minus 2 here. First, individually, separately, we have to find out direction cosines of AB, direction cosines of BC and direction cosines of AC or CA here. First, direction cosines of AB. Direction cosines of AB. First one is here A is capital A is 3 comma 5 comma minus 4 and B is minus 1 comma 1 comma 2 here. Consider them as x1 comma y1 comma z1. Here B is x2 comma y2 comma z2. Even for this also I told one condition. A line segment joining of the 2 points capital A x1 comma y1 comma z1 and B x2 comma y2 comma z2. At the time I told one formula to find the direction cosines of the line segment AB also. Direction cosines formula, line segment joining of 2 points at the time we are applying this x2 minus x1 whole dividing by AB comma y2 minus y1 whole dividing by AB comma Z2 minus Z1 whole dividing by AB here, where AB means distance of the 2 points, where AB is equal to distance between the 2 points, that is the distance of AB, that is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. It is the formula here. It is the distance formula. It is. To apply this distance formula here. Next here, just to find distance, next afterwards subtract like this. Leave the diagram in that place only. x2 minus x1 minus 1. First you have to find out distance first. AB is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square minus 1 minus 3 whole square, that is minus 4 whole square, plus 1 minus 5, that is minus 4 whole square, plus 2 minus of minus plus 4, 6 whole square is equal to square root of 16 plus 36. 16 plus 36. Here 16 plus 16, 32. 32 plus 36 is equal to 30. 36 plus 32 is 68. 68 can be written as 17 into 4 or 4 into 17. AB is equal to square root 4 is 2, that is 2 root 17. It is the distance between the 2 points A and B here. Next afterwards you apply this formula. In this formula you substitute all these 3 values here. Then direction cosines. Here. Direction cosines. x2 minus x1, same formula. x2 minus x1 minus 1 minus 3 minus 4 whole dividing by AB means 2 root 17, comma y2 minus y1 1 minus 5 minus 4 whole dividing by AB distance is 2 root 17, comma Z2 minus Z1 means 2 minus of minus plus 4, 6 by 2 root 17. And afterwards you get some cancellations, then we will get required values of direction cosines for this question, that is 2 1s are 2 2s are here, 2 1s are 2 2s are here, 2 1s are 2 3s are here, that is minus 2 by square root of 17, comma minus 2 by square root of 17, comma 3 by square root of 17. These are the required values of direction cosines of the line segment AB. Similarly, in the same way, we have to find out direction cosines of remaining 2 sides BC and CA also. Let us now discuss about direction cosines of BC, the line segment BC here. This is the solution of the procedure of direction cosines of the line segment AB. Next, we are going to finding the direction cosines of the line segment BC of the triangle ABC here. Direction cosines of BC here. Direction cosines of BC here. Base B minus 1 comma 2 here. C minus 5 comma minus 2 here. You consider them as x1 comma y1 comma z1, and C you considered x2 comma y2 comma z2 here. Direction cosines of BC formula, direction cosines of BC formula, x2 minus x1 by BC, comma y2 minus y1 by BC, comma z2 minus z1 by BC here, where BC means distance between the 2 points here. BC is equal to here, same formula, BC is equal to here square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. This is the formula to find distance between the 2 points B and C here. B and C here. BC is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square, minus 5 minus of minus plus 1 means minus 4 whole square, minus 5 minus 1 minus 6 whole square, minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 whole square. That is the BC is equal to square root of 16 plus 36 plus 16. That is the BC is equal to, totally you'll get here 68. Same thing you'll get here also. 68 can be written as the 4 into 17. That is the square root of 4 is 2. That is the distance of the length BC is 2 root 17 here. 2 root 17 that is. Then afterwards you have to find out that direction cosines of BC. That means we have to apply formula of direction cosines. I told this formula, no? In this formula substitute all the values, 6 values of the line segment BC. At the same time the measurement of the length of the BC also here. That is the formula is x2 direction cosines of BC here. Direction cosines of BC. Direction cosines of BC here. Direction cosines of BC means x2 minus x1 minus 5 minus of minus 1 minus 4 dividing by 2 root 17, comma. Next one is minus 5 minus 1 minus 6 by 2 root 17, comma. Z2 minus Z minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 whole dividing by 2 root 17. On gets cancellations, 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja, 2 1 ja, 2 3 ja, 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja. Therefore answer becomes here minus 2 by root 17, comma, minus 3 by root 17, comma, minus 2 by root 17. These are the 3 values of direction cosines of the line segment BC here. Like that we are going to finding that direction cosines of the line segment BC. Next one more side is there, that is the CA. Here we have to find out direction cosines of CA also, because in the question they are asking direction cosines of all the 3 sides in the triangle ABC here. Just we have finished that direction cosines of the line segment AB, and just now we have finished the direction cosines of the line segment BC. Next let us we are going to finding direction cosines of CA. Similarly we have to apply what we applied the procedure of the sides AB and BC. Same procedure we have to apply to get the direction cosines of the line segment CA here. Now let us we are going to finding direction cosines of CA here. direction cosines of CA. Direction cosines of CA here. Direction cosines of CA here. Direction cosines of CA here. Let's see. We consider C, capital C, minus 5 comma minus 5 comma minus 2 here. A 3 comma 5 comma minus 4 here. C considered x1 comma y1 comma z1 here. A we considered x2 comma y2 comma z2 here. Same direction cosines formula, x2 minus x1 whole dividing by CA, y2 minus y1 whole dividing by CA, z2 minus z1 whole dividing by CA here. x2 minus x1 by CA, where CA is equal to distance between the 2 points here. CA is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. It is the formula. CA means distance between the 2 points C and A here. CA is equal to here, CA is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square means 3 minus of minus 3 plus 5, 8 square. 5 minus of minus plus 5 means 10 whole square. Minus 4 minus of plus 2 means minus 2 whole square. CA is equal to square root of 8 square means 64 plus 10 square means 100 plus 2 square means 4 here, minus 2 whole square means 4. That is the CA is equal to get 168. Square root of 168 will get here. Next one is, you apply this value and remaining all the 6 values of CA line segment in this formula here. Then direction cosines of CA becomes here direction cosines here. x2 minus x1, 3 minus of minus plus 5, 8 by square root of 168. Come on. y2 minus y1, 5 minus of minus plus 5, 10 by square root of 168. Minus 4 minus of minus plus 2, that is the minus 2 whole dividing by square root of 168. Like that we are finding direction cosines of the line segment CA, and those are all the 3 values of direction cosines. Now just we have finished the direction cosines of all the 3 sides. We found them separately or individually to all the sides of triangle ABC here. Next topic is line in space. How to find out equation of line in 3-dimensional geometry. Let us now we are discussing about how to find out equation of the line segment in the space, and what are the main conditions, and what we need to get the equation of line in space. This is the very most important here. Like that here you will see different types of theorems. In case of 2-dimensional geometry, to find the equation of line we need slope and points. Here to find the equation of line we need a point, at the same time direction ratios and direction cosines. with the help of direction cosines and direction ratios and points. Here we are going to finding the equation of line segment in the three-dimensional geometry. First, theorem 1 is how to find out the equation of line means. Let us now, I am going to telling the statement of theorem 1. Theorem 1, first one is to find equation of straight line when line is passing through a point and parallel to one vector. The line must be passing through a point. At the same time, the line should be parallel to one more vector. At that time, equation of line will get in both vector and Cartesian forms. How? Here say, to find equation of line segments. To find equation of line segment. To find equation of line segments. Equation of line segments when it is passing through a point passing through a point and parallel to one vector. In both vector and Cartesian forms. Have to explain solution of this theorem of the statements. We have to give answer in both vector and Cartesian forms. Solution for this question is proof of this theorem is take one line segment. Here A is passing through a point, a P is a general point and O is the fixed points. It is parallel to one vector, that is B bar. B bar is equal to here B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus B3 K cap. It is A of A bar, this is the P of R bar, this is position vector of the A and position vector of the P here. That is OA bar. OA bar is equal to here A bar this and OP bar is equal to here R bar this. With the help of this diagram, we are going to giving proof in both vector and Cartesian forms here. First one is vector form. Vector form here, first one is. Let O be the fixed point here and let the line segment passing through a point capital A with the position vector OA bar is equal to A bar, small letter A bar, and let P be any point on the line segment AP with the position vector OP bar is equal to R bar. O be the fixed points and let the line segment passing through a point capital A with position vector OA bar is equal to A bar, and let P be any point on the line segment AP then with the position vector OP bar is equal to R bar. Clearly you are seeing and observing the diagram, the line segment direction is A to P. At the same time AB is parallel to the vector B bar. Whenever two vectors are parallel or in the same direction, then we are calling those vectors are said to be collinear vectors. Here, if you can observe these two vectors, they are parallel to each other. When they are parallel to each other, then we are calling those two vectors are collinear vectors. That's what we have to apply collinear vectors formula. Collinear vectors formula is when I told the definition of collinear vectors in vectors, I told one formula, that is A vector is equal to lambda into B vector. That's what here AP vector is equal to lambda into B vector. OA vector is equal to small letter A bar and OP vector is equal to small letter R bar here. Now AP vector is parallel to vector B. Therefore, collinear vector's formula is AP vector and B vector are collinear vectors. That's what we have to apply this formula, that is AP vector is equal to lambda into B vector. One vector is depending upon another vector. AP vector is depending upon vector B. Next, you convert that left hand side part, that is AP vector can be converted into in terms of position vector. That is the position vector of the point P minus position vector of the point A, that is the OP vector minus OA vector. It is equal to lambda into B vector. Already instead of OP we considered R vector, instead of OA we considered A vector, that is the R vector minus A vector is equal to lambda into B vector. That is the R vector is equal to, send minus that side, it becomes positive, that is A vector plus of lambda into B vector, which is the vector form of equation of line segments. When a line is passing through a position vector of A is A bar and A vector and parallel to the one more vector B vector. At a time we have to apply this formula. This formula is always called as the vector form of equation of the straight line. With the help of this vector form of equation of straight line, then we are going to finding a Cartesian form of equation of straight line also here. Next, Cartesian form. Next one is Cartesian form here. In this Cartesian form, we will not get any vector formations here. Let P is equal to, considered, let P is equal to x comma y comma z here. That is the OP vector is equal to small letter R vector is equal to x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. And passing through a point capital A, you considered x1 comma y1 comma z1 here. That is the OA vector is equal to small letter A vector is equal to x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. Next one is B vector parallel to B vector. B vector is equal to b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. Substitute all the three vectors in the vector formation of equation of straight line here. Vector formation. What is the vector formation? R vector is equal to A vector plus lambda into B vector. Considered vector formation of equation of straight line, that is R vector is equal to A vector plus lambda into B vector. R vector is x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. It is equal to A bar is x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap plus lambda into b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap here. It is this part is a diagrammatical part. This part is diagrammatical part, and this side is I am going to writing Cartesian form of equation of straight line of the first theorem, where line is passing through a point and parallel to one vector here. That is parallel to one line segment of the vector here. Send all this side. These send this side. X I cap minus x1 I cap. Next, y j cap minus y1 j cap. Z k cap minus z1 k cap is equal to, multiply with lambda to all these three terms. That is lambda b1 I cap plus lambda b2 j cap plus lambda b3 k cap here. Take I cap common from these two. Then if you can take common, you will get x minus x1 of I cap. Take j cap from these two common. That is y minus y1 of j cap. Take k cap common here. That is the z minus z1 of k cap is equal to lambda b1 I cap plus lambda b2 j cap plus lambda b3 k cap. Here left hand side also one vector and right hand side is also one vector having the coefficients I cap, j cap and k cap. At the same time equality symbol is there. That's what we can call them as equal vectors. Whenever if they are equal vectors, just you can compare them. We can compare them corresponding coefficients of I cap, j cap and k cap. Why we are going to comparing that coefficients of I cap, j cap and k cap is because we are going to considering these two vectors are collinear vectors. That's what we must and should comparing the corresponding coefficients of I cap, j cap and k cap. Comparing the corresponding coefficients of I cap, j cap and k cap here. That is, just you can compare them, then we will get here x minus x1. All 3 points will get here. See here. First I cap coefficients. X minus x1 is equal to lambda into b1. Send b1 this side. X minus x1 by b1 is equal to lambda. It is equation number 1. Next come to j cap coefficients. Y minus y1 is equal to lambda into b2. That is y minus y1 by b2 is equal to lambda. It is the equation number 2 this. Next last one is z minus z1 is equal to lambda b3. That is z minus z1 by b3 is equal to lambda. Z minus z1 by b3 is equal to lambda. It is equation number 3. From all these 3 equations, if you can observe, right hand sides are equal. Lambda, lambda, lambda. That's what. From equations 1 and 2 and 3. From equations 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. We can write x minus x1 by b1 is equal to y minus y1 by b2 is equal to z minus z1 by b3 is equal to lambda c here, which is the Cartesian form of equation of a straight line when it is passing through a point x1, y1, z1 having the direction ratios b1, b2, b3. Whenever a line passing through a point having direction ratios, at the time this formula we have to apply to get equation of the straight line. This is the Cartesian form of equation of straight line. Before that I told vector form of equation of straight line. Like that we are going to finding next theorem is equation of line when it is passing through the 2 points in both vector and Cartesian forms. That should be I'll solve on next class. Today this up to this enough. Next class I am going to solving the problems on whenever a line passing through a point parallel to one vector. After completion of that I'll tell you second theorem, that is the equation of line passing the 2 points in both vectors and Cartesian forms. Even we will solve the problems on that theorem also, and afterwards we will solve different types of problems with help of direction ratios and direction cosines also. Thank you very much.